Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you all are well and having a fabulous day. Today we are back in Warehouse Gym doing an upper back and push dominant session. I know the last video was push, however, we are going back into my usual training style. I will walk you guys through the workout, give you a little bit more of an insight into the exercise selection and why I'm doing my exercises in a certain order as well, in comparison to the raw push session that you seen last week with Greg. It's a completely different training style as to what I normally do. It was high volume, there was a lot of rest, pause, sets, supersets, etc. So it was very intense. However, it was good to train with Greg and get an idea as to what he does, because he has an incredible physique, and it's just one of the reasons as to why everybody's training is completely different as well. Like, you've got to find a method that works best for you. So it was awesome to try something different. But for me, personally, execution and tempo, etc., and the frequency that I train throughout the week is what is allowing me to really excel my progress throughout this improvement phase. And although I am in a dieting phase right now, if I trained the way that I trained with Greg last week, my fatigue would accumulate very quickly. And when you are in a deficit, it is really important that you prioritize recovery and make sure that you are not accumulating too much fatigue, or you are going to most likely regress from session to session as well. So as I was saying briefly last week, I am now in a deficit. I am on the pursuit to try and fit into my wedding dress. I stupidly picked my wedding dress last year when I was around mid-prep, so I've got around probably 6 kilos still to go. I've been dropping around a kilo a week, so I'm definitely on track. I've got a good couple of kilos left to go. However, this phase is very aggressive. I'm doing around 25 to 35 minutes of cardio a day. Thermogenics are in, so I've got the combination of yohimbine and clenbuterol in at the moment. These are working our alpha and beta androgen receptor modulators, so these work in a synergy together there, which is helping quite nicely get the fat off when cardio is in. Food is sitting around like 2,500 calories at this moment in time, so it is significantly lower to what I was previous on at the peak of my off season. But things seem to be going really nicely just now, so my life is very stressful at this moment in time as well. So the combination of being in a deficit, I've got a lot of clients competing over this upcoming months. We've got the launch of FemFit coming in this next couple of weeks as well, which I will give you an insight and give you an idea as to what that is after we launch on Instagram. So please make sure that you're following the FemFit page and subscribe to our email list, because this is where you're going to get the first insight as to what we are launching, and it is going to be very beneficial to both competitors and also people that just want to improve their health and fitness as well. And I'm moving house literally in the next couple of days. So I'm trying to get all of my work done first thing in the morning, and then my house is currently like a dumpster at this moment in time because everything is everywhere. So we need to be out of the house in the next couple of days. However, I'm going to be going down to Petersburg on Friday evening to go watch my client Georgia compete in the PCA first timers. So I'm going to be leaving my partner to do all the moving out this weekend on his own. So I'm trying to get as much done during the week as possible, so so I don't feel as guilty going away this weekend. But it's all part of the process. Like, it's all going to be worth it. I'm going to be staying closer to the gym next week as well, which is going to free up around 2 hours of my time, which is going to be delightful. But I will take you guys through this session. Let's get into it. So we are going to be starting with a rear delt fly. The reason why we're implementing a rear delt fly in first is because it's not as taxing of a movement And we want to isolate the rear delts as much as we possibly can prior to accumulate too much fatigue through our push session. As I explained earlier, my goal is to bring up my back as much as possible, so I need to get that frequency in to implement in my posterior multiple times throughout the week. So starting with the rear delt fly, we'll then be moving on to shoulder press, incline press, majority of like a push dominant session, and then we'll be doing a little bit of rear delts at the end, followed by some accessory work of biceps and triceps. Yeah. This is a difference in regards to the exercise selection in comparison to the push session that I completed with Greg. We did rear delt flies at the end of the session. So fatigue was extremely high by that point, and I only managed 7 reps for 20 kilos. Just due to the sheer intensity of the workout. But we are going in with 35 today, so we'll see how we get on with that. Oh, I feel really, really good today. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Oh my goodness. I was wondering why that was so hard. I forgot to put the weight down. That was supposed to be my back off set, but it turns out I've just did 2 sets of 35 kilos, but we got 10 for both sets, so that is a PB in itself. Fuck's sake. Okay, so moving into shoulder press. Normally, on my second push session of the week, we start with a cuffed lateral raise first. And this the cuffed lateral raise allows us to hit the delt and the length end on the shortest range of motion. However, with the shoulder press, we're not going to be really working the delt in that full plane of motion. We're essentially going to be working in that mid to short range there. But we are going to be adding in the cuffed lateral raises at the end of the session, just to make sure that we are hitting that medial delt in the lengthest range possible. Like, a lot of people think that you need to be doing a shoulder press to grow your delts, but we're not really hitting that full length and range there. So first big compound movement here, shoulder press, before we move into a chest dominant incline press. Yeah, we will do 64.
So if you're going to prep next year, or competing next year, will you still have clients competing?
Oh yeah.
You will still have stuff?
Yeah, but I'll compete the start of next year to make sure that I'm out of the UK show season, just to make sure that my cognitive function is as optimal as what it can be for my clients. So I'll either compete the very start, so I'll head into prep the end of this year to compete early 2023, or I'll wait until the very end of the year and compete like October kind of time, as the show season starts to die out. Right, here we go. That was very good. I'm full of juice today.
Nice.
I was working in Costa this morning, asked for a medium coffee, and they gave me like this giant mug. I would hate to see the size of what a large coffee. It's from Costa. And I'm not normally a Costa fan. I'm Team Starbucks. Let me know in the comments what team you are. But yeah, it was actually really nice. But just I'm kind of buzzing off my tits a little bit this morning. Lighter this time. I managed 7, so aiming for 12 to 15. I'm actually going to do this as a drop set because I'll do a couple more reps. I can't finish on 13. No chance. Yeah, that'll it. Oh. Shake your ass. Show me what you're working with. So we are now moving on to a Smith machine incline chest press. So with the workout I did with Greg, you'll notice that we did a similar press. I actually do a Smith press twice a week. Today is chest dominant. My other push session is delt dominant. As you can hear Greg in the background there. he's on delts today as well, so we'll just ignore him. But yeah, chest dominant Smith machine press, and then we'll move into one more chest movement before we go back into some isolation delt work. Too heavy. This is relatively a new movement for me, so I am just kind of still playing about with it to find a weight that feels comfortable. 25 aside, so I've got 50 on, and then the bar is anywhere between 15 to 20 kilos. That'll do. That was better. Oh, that was okay. That was okay, yeah. I think I got cramp in my delt. That was okay. What's that, 5s? We basically did 2 working sets there. I am still going to do a back off set here, even though predominantly I am only supposed to be doing a work in and a back off, but because I didn't hit the rep ranges I was wanting to, I am still going to complete a higher rep range set. So I got 5 on that first set at 55, then we got 6 at 50, which is okay. Just means the next time I go into this session, I'll just stick to 50 and try and increase the rep ranges from there. Form was okay, I am happy with it, but there's always room for progression. So we'll drop off 10 kilos and we'll see how much we can go from there. But I think it is super important to not be too hard on yourself. especially when you maybe don't hit the rep ranges that you want to get. Use that as a progression. You try and just get better every single time you do the certain exercise. I really want to say specific exercise, but I can never say it. I can never say it. Specific. Yeah. I was doing a FemFit presentation yesterday, and we was doing like SMART goals, and S is for specific, and I could not say it for the life of me. So yeah, the specific exercise that you're doing, just try and progress the load from that each week. Oh. Yeah. 10, I'll take it. Trusted stool. A lot of people ask why I use a stool and not just put the seat up. It's just actually so the positioning of my chest is actually in line with the handles. If I put the chest up even more, I'll be working more of my lower pecs as opposed to that mid-range that we want. So chest fly next, working the chest in that length and range. Now the reason why we do this after the incline press is because we've already accumulated quite a lot of fatigue across all three pecs there. So we are essentially just working that intercostal here, and really focus on getting a really good squeeze in the shortest part of the movement, which is when our arms are together there. So as of next week, I'm also going to be in my temporary flat before we get our house in the start of July. So we are going to be doing full days of eating. I'll be doing days in the life. I'll take you through my morning, my evening routine, my supplementation, etc. So there is a lot of exciting things happening in this channel. Like Mike is also going to be coming with me to shows when he's obviously got time. He currently is a very busy man. So it will be really cool to get him to come along and document some of my clients' journeys as well. Last time I managed 30 for 9, but today I decided to chance it and try do 35, but as you can see, that was a fail. Probably with the combination that it's only 9:30 and I've only had one meal this morning. But I actually think I prefer training at this time as opposed to later in the day, especially when I am dieting. I think I much actually prefer getting the majority of my workload done prior to coming into training, having my session, and it just means I can have a more relaxed afternoon, especially as hunger starts to increase as well. And my cognitive function and energy is a lot higher in the morning as well. Like if you are dieting, I think it's super important that you start to pay attention to your routine and actually plan your days in advance and work around when you're actually feeling the best. Seven. I've got a lot of 6s and 7s today, but that's not bad after doing a heavier set again. I honestly think I've got prep brain already. There's been a few things in this video and I'm like, why on earth have I done that? It is what it is, so we're keeping it real. We'll do one more set. My chest is fried. Okay, so cuffed lateral raise. Next, we're going to be doing this standing. I've actually got this variation, well, a different variation of a cuffed lateral raise in 3 times across the week, because as I was saying previously, it is one of the best exercises for getting your delts in the lengthened range and in the shortest range. So the main priority here is to make sure that you are abducting your arms up as high as you possibly can to allow the delt to get short there. But it is much more beneficial to use the cuffs as opposed to dumbbells, for example. With dumbbells, you are actually highly likely to actually engage your back, and it when it comes to a load perspective as well, you may not actually be able to lift as heavy due to the tension on your wrists. So I definitely do think, especially for females, it is far more beneficial to utilize the cuffs. That is the secret to delts like Erin Thompson. When it comes to Instagram, I'll probably keep my username as erinT.ifbbpro, and then I'll probably change my name to Erin Thompson Watt, just so, and then gradually change it to Erin what?
Erin what?
Erin what? Okay, delts complete. So we are going to be doing a rear delt bias, low cable seated row. Seated row can be performed lat bias or rear delt bias. So here we are going to be focusing on abducting the elbows up a little bit higher here. We're going to have a semi-pronated grip here as well. And this is just going to allow us to target more of our upper back as opposed to our lats. Well, if it's there, you've got to take it. Last time, 12 reps at 35 kilos, which with this set, I am aiming for anywhere between 10 to 12 reps here for 2 consecutive sets. However, I managed 21 there, which is a significant jump. But again, this is a new movement here, so it may just take a couple of weeks for me to find a weight that is essentially right. bison thighs.
And then that's you.
Yeah. Fuck. I've got drops there. We are done. Fried. That's actually probably one of my easiest and least taxing sessions throughout the week, though. We've only got a couple of big compound movements in there in comparison to my posterior day, my pull and my leg days, obviously. I am going to be taking you through a posterior session next. It was just the way that my rotation has ended up lying this week. But I promise I will take you through pull or posterior session the next one, and then hopefully by that time as well I'll be stress-free. I'll be moved into my temporary house. I'll be closer to the gym. It'll be a breeze, but hopefully I'm looking leaner the next one as well. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.